Anytime. It's a pleasure. Anytime PWEN can spotlight and highlight one of our fabulous CEOs. And today, look, I have one of the best of the best. Okay, she is absolutely amazing. I absolutely adore her. She is coming. We're going to talk about her business, but first and foremost, let me just give a refresher. Some of you may be watching this for the first time. PWEN, we have one of our programs is the Secure the Bag Business Showcase. And what we do is each month we showcase one of our entrepreneurs. We showcase one of their businesses. Why do we want to do that? We want to raise awareness and we want to drive revenue. We want to drive sales into that small business. As we all know, small businesses make up a great portion of our economy. And when we support a small business, we are helping that mother, that father put food on the table, make that mortgage payment. We're helping that little boy with his football gear and that little girl with her STEM research equipment. And, we're just making such a difference in the lives of real families through supporting a small business. When you support a small business, they're not going off buying like their third Lear jet. Okay. It is really supporting that household, that small business. And in turn, that small business is able to then support our community, right? We all work together to make it happen. And PWEN, we saw the need for that. And 90% of our partners are entrepreneurs. They run small businesses. So what better way to be able to support our community than to support our small businesses? And one thing that 2020 taught me is that small businesses are fragile. So many small businesses went out of business due to the pandemic. They weren't able to pivot. They weren't able to make that turn, and they had to close their doors. We do not want to see another small business go out of business. So we're doing our part to support our entrepreneurs and our small businesses. And we implore you to join us. So as we talk to this dynamic CEO, and she shares her business, get ready to support her. How can you support her? You can share this interview. You can go to her website and make a purchase. Look, no better month. We're in December. So, we need stocking stuffers, gifts. You're going to be going to parties. You're not going to need to be able to take gifts to those parties. What better way than to support a small business, buy several items from her small business, and you can give them out throughout the month, throughout the holidays. Okay. So even if you don't see something for you, you definitely can make a purchase and support the small business and give it away as a gift. We want this month to be explosive for this small business. We want December to be the very best month that this CEO has had all year long. So without further ado, I introduced to some and to others, you already know her because, we adore her. Tanisha Scott, yes! She's the CEO of Testimonial Inc. She's a serial entrepreneur. She has a couple things going on, and we're going to talk about that today. But Tanisha, how are you doing, Phenom?
I am absolutely wonderful.
Loving it. Thank you for allowing us to showcase you and your business this month and for jumping on this interview to let all of our peeps know about Testimonial Inc. We love having you. You absolutely know that I adore you. So let's jump right into this. So tell everybody, tell our viewers, where are you from? Tell them a little bit about Tanisha Scott. Who are you, Phenom?
Well, Tanisha Scott is from Tulsa, Oklahoma, born and raised. I am a wife, a mother, a grandmother, and as she said, a serial entrepreneur. I just love taking on things and leading and just going forward. I also love supporting all types of women groups. Like I'm all about empowering and encouraging women. And a part of my business, Testimonial Inc., came to fruition after a passing of one of my friends. And when she passed, I did this big drive, a heart drive, because she died of a heart attack. And we did a drive where I got together a group of our family and friends, and we did t-shirts, and I took all the orders and got the sizes, did the design. And then a few years later down the line, I had joined this ministry, and my pastor encouraged me to make it a business. He goes, you're doing business. So why not, make it a business? And I'm thinking, okay, sounds good. So the first thing I came up with was the name. You want something catchy, but it was near and dear to me because, the Bible says that we overcome by the words of the blood of the Lamb, and the words of our testimony. So I was like, Testimonial Inc. I want people to walk around with something on them that has something where they'll have something to say. Our actual motto is, if you can think it, we can ink it. So we do a lot of custom orders for individuals where they've come up with some type of catchy phrase or some type of graphic, and we make it happen. I love making other people's dreams come to fruition. So Testimonial Inc. was started back in 2013. Like I said, it started after the loss of my friend. It has grown by word of mouth. I will say I haven't done lots of advertising, but I have done some. But majority of my customers are repeat customers, or my repeat customers have referred others to me. We've grown because I've had to sometimes pull my family in to help me out. And I'm believing, the further we go, that one day I will have employees to actually work for me. Yeah. We do change up. So you may not see the exact same thing on our website because I like to change things up a little bit. We may have a summer line. We may have a certain holiday line, or we may have Black History line. It just depends on when you come in to check us out, what we'll have available. Some things come back, some things don't. So it just depends. But I would greatly love if you would come and shop with us this month, because we do have a special where one of my entrepreneurial events that I do is called Girls Talk Retreat. It's a women's retreat. And we go each spring up in the woods and we get together with God. And so if you purchase from my site this month, $1 of your purchase goes back into our scholarship fund so that we can help women to come out and have that time alone. Girls Talk Retreat is really about women pausing from the everyday life and getting back together with themselves, by themselves, for themselves. So I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate if you could come out and just support, if not only for that, to support another woman, to give her the chance to just love on herself, So we would love for you guys to purchase from us. We love custom orders. I'm very big on customer service. I feel like my customers are what makes my business thrive. And if my customer service is great, they'll always return. So we would definitely love for you guys to come out and partner with us. We also do partners with other entrepreneurs. We have what we call a business box, where if you're just getting started, you don't know where to start, we'll do business cards plus t-shirts. We're even offering masks because we're in the COVID season, So we like to partner with other businesses to get your information out as well. We've also partnered with other businesses, and we put their information on our website as well to allow you to see what they have going on with their logos and things like that. So if you're a business owner and you'd like to get some exposure and you need some t-shirts or some business cards, reach out to me. I have an actual order site. It's myinkorder@gmail.com, or you can go into our webpage, which is Test Inc Store. That's TESTINK store.com. And there too, if you go into the actual site, there's an option where you can reach us as well for custom orders. So we would definitely love to do business with you.
One of the many things that I love about you, Tanisha, is that you are a woman of passion. I mean, absolutely. You are absolutely a woman of passion. You believe in putting in the work and getting the work done. You have always, since the time that I've known you, just be, no matter what you're going through, you make sure that your presence is felt in the community. And I absolutely love that about you.
Thank you.
And I love your explanation for Testimonial Inc. Because we do overcome by the words of our testimony. And what better way? I believe in wearing it, look, showing the world what's going on and what's happening, and making that bold statement. And so you have some amazing t-shirts in your store. I went and I've made my purchase. I'm waiting for mine to arrive. I was wanting it to get here by today so I could have wore one. But I absolutely love the t-shirts on there. I think I purchased the Holy Spirit Activate, and the one that you just put out with God Don't Play About Me. Because I am one of his favorite. I am. Too. He just loves me, just, so special. And so when I saw that one, I was like, oh, that has my name written all over it, because he don't play about me. Look, you better treat me right, because God is like, right there. But share with us, is there a certain place for the inspiration for your designer t-shirts? And what are some of the other t-shirts that you have in your line that you can think of? I know I'm probably putting you on the spot with that one. But let's just give a tease out.
I guess most of my inspiration, and I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm very transparent. It really depends on the season I'm in, if that makes sense. Because I don't want to always be positive Polly, which is good to be positive. Don't get me wrong on that. But it's through the seasons that I'm in and what speaks to me. If I need some uplifting, if I'm in a low place and I need something uplift, I have to remind myself. Like, I have one, I believe it says, more blessed than stressed, or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, but I put those things out to remind myself, not only my customers, but to remind myself of the goodness of God, even when we're in a low place. So, and then there's some times where I'm feeling kind of fierce, and, and those I put out my Black women prints, and, I'm feeling bold and I just want to be seen. I put those ladies out there with the afros. And so it just depends on kind of where I am as to what designs I use to display to my customers. But I would really like if, the customers, when they go to our Facebook page, which also like us on Facebook at Testimonial Inc. LLC, and just begin to give me ideas, because I'm a creator by heart. I love sitting and just, people start picking my brains and I just start creating. So if you like to go and just suggest some things, I've had a number of people suggest things. I'll do that as well. I love to create, and I'm all about encouraging, uplifting, but there is some days where I'm not as encouraging, and there may be a few t-shirts that'll show that, but we're on live. I won't address that.
You are so good. You are so good. So here's what I'm going to do. So while you were talking, I went in and pulled up your website. So let's just jump over to the website so we can just show the people what they can expect, what they can see. And don't delay. Go ahead and make your purchase today to support Tanisha and this amazing business that she has. And all of you that are joining us live, we see you and thank you for joining us. So we are, let's see, the t-shirts should be up. There they are. So positive mind, vibes, positive life. Tanisha, can you see the screen and you can kind of talk about some of these?
Well, like I said, there's some that are warm and upbeat, and then there's some where I'm over it. As you can see, some of the lingo in picture number 2, that was probably a day where I was kind of over it, but it speaks volumes.
But don't we have those days when we're over it, when we're like done? We're like, we are allergic to the BS. Go somewhere. Go somewhere.
And we want to be, like I said, I try and be transparent. It's not always roses, but a lot of my shirts, a lot of people can relate to them, whether it's the season they're in, the day they're having, or the month they're having. And this one's been a really good seller on the second row there, that Queen shirt. I've sold out of that multiple times. It's just something about putting something on and representing who you feel you are. And that one, it speaks volumes. She's the queen. Down on the second row, if you see that, that's one of the groups that I partnered with, which is WOW. There was a book that I was a part of called The Wow Factor, where 13 women had got together and we basically given a story of our life of how we overcame some very, very tribulating obstacles. So I partnered with them. You can buy their shirts as well. You see your favorite 90 movies, Jews. I've run out of that. I have Friday, all of those, but if they're out, I have to replenish. Sisters, that is like one of my most popular shirts. I get so many ladies that go on trips and they want to get with their sisters, and they definitely order those shirts. So, and you can see too, I'm an introvert by nature as well. It's probably hard to believe. So it's just certain things I put on there. The timeout shirt, that is like so me on some days. Sometimes I have to put myself in timeout because I'm not one to play nice with others. So it takes a while, but I come back and I play nice.
I think I also purchased the introvert social distancing professional.
You did, yes.
Yeah, because I can be introvertish. So I think I grabbed that one. I was like, yes, that's me. I'm feeling that.
Yes. So that's the one I was speaking about in the middle there, that brown, more blessed than stressed. You know, sometimes we have our days and then we have to think about, you know, it's not as bad as we think it is. So like I said, it just depends on the seasons that I'm in, that I put things on there. So it's subject to change, and I get people come back and be like, I wanted one of those shirts. And I'm like, oh, I gotta wait for it to come back around. And there's the other one there. Now, Sharice, if I must say myself, I really think what you should get, or maybe what may be coming to you, hint, hint, is I am a kingdom builder. You are a kingdom builder. You build us women up when we're so down some days. And I appreciate that about you. I don't know if you remember when I first met you, when you came down to Tulsa, and in passing, I stopped you and was like, you have no idea what you've done for Tulsa. And when I tell you, you hit the ground and you ran, and the people that you allowed to come with you here in Tulsa, Jennifer Brown, are doing such an amazing job. You know, I know you guys wear a lot of hats, but we so needed that here in Tulsa. We needed a PWEN in Tulsa. And I am so grateful to be a part of it.
You know, just right from the moment, like I just feel like I can't even keep track of like when I met you all in Tulsa, because I feel like we've been connected for like ever. I just feel that way. So sometimes I got to go back and like count on my fingers to be like, okay, when did I really go? When did I really meet the phenoms? But you're right. You absolutely pulled me aside, and I think you had a dream or a vision around Phoenix, and you were like, oh my gosh, you're from Phoenix, Arizona. And you were like, and just like right then I was like, okay, I'm not letting her go. You know, there's just some of y'all not gonna be able to get rid of me. I don't care what any of us are going through, what's happening. We are like linked, we're there.
Yes, yes.
And so I appreciate that about you, and it's absolutely amazing. And I mean, you know, you are, I think sometimes people see women like you, like myself and Jennifer and so many others, and you know, you just make life look easy. You make it all look like it's just, you know, roses and bonbons sitting on the beach somewhere, but you know, you're a wife, you're a mother, you have so many things that are going on in your life, and you're still running multiple businesses. You're still, because you have Testimonial Inc., you have your Girls Talk, your nonprofit, you're an author, a co-author, you just came out with a book. You said a little bit, but talk about that as well. But there's so many hats that you wear, but you make it look effortlessly. I mean, hair is always slayed, always looking good, always you just make it look like you get up in the morning and you step into this world as CEO, I am here world. And so we know that it's not always that simple, but thank you for making it look so good. But talk a little bit about the book that you co-authored. Where can people find that? Talk a little bit more about Girls Talk. Where can people find out more information about that? And then we'll reiterate Testimonial Inc. And again, I'm going to say this, The whole purpose of us having our Secure the Bag is we want to raise the awareness of Testimonial Inc. But I'm not ashamed to say we want to drive sales and revenue. Tanisha has to keep the lights on in the shop. You know, you got equipment that you got to maintain, and you got promotion and you got marketing, and there's so much that goes into running a business that you got to be able to maintain, and it takes money. It takes funds. It takes the green stuff, right? It takes that to be able to make the business successful. So we want you to make a purchase. We showed you some of the t-shirts. Look, I almost just want to buy everything there. I mean, she has amazing t-shirts, and the quality is above reproach. So you're going to get great quality because she puts her heart and soul in it, and she's a woman of excellence. But go ahead and touch on some of your other ventures as well, specifically with the book, because I didn't hear you talk about that.
Yeah, my newest, excuse me, my newest baby is the Wow Factor. So there's 13 of us. Excuse me, my throat is itching. There's 13 of us, and we got together and put together an anthology that, excuse me, it talks about us overcoming life. And in that book, when I wrote it, I didn't write it by hand. I had to verbally speak into the computer because I had shoulder surgery. I couldn't write. I'm a lefty. So I actually had shoulder surgery. And the lady that spearheaded, she was like, I'm telling you, God showed me your face. You're supposed to be a part of this. And I tried. I did try to get out of it, you know. And I was like, I just had surgery. I just don't know. And she goes, oh, that's not a problem. I'll show you how to speak into the computer. Excuse me. Speak into the computer, and you can still write your story. And, when you have women like that in your life that won't just take no for an answer, but yet they see the greatness in you and they push you, keep yourself with those type of women. Keep yourself connected with those type of people. So as I was saying, I literally wrote this book while I was in a very dark place. I can admit that. And it talked about some darkness that I had to go through with my dad passing away and a lot of health issues I was having. So I got choked up earlier when she was saying, oh my gosh, she's always put together. Oh my goodness, if you guys were a fly on the wall in my house, especially just for this year alone, I mean, really. So that book is a lot of women pouring their heart out, letting you know some of the things that they've endured, but yet they've searched the heart of God, and he's poured back into them and showed them who they are in him, and they persevered. So you definitely want this book. Once again, it's called The Wow Factor. I do not have my link up, but let me see if I can pull it up really quick. We're also having an event next month, our first book tour. We will be in Texas. We're going to Dallas, Texas, and we're having a conference called the Butterfly Conference. So all the proceeds for some of the conference members is going back into WOW. And what WOW does is it helps women throughout our community with developing skills for work. It gets them geared up to be an entrepreneur. We have a number of women that in that group that are wanting to be or are entrepreneurs. It gives back to the community. Like last month, we went out to Women and Children's Services and we donated our time to help them with the food pantry for the holidays coming up. So it does a lot of things for the women and give back to the community. So the proceeds, when you purchase a book, it goes back into WOW, back into the community, back into our women to keep us strong and empowered. I will have to get that information because it's not pulling up on that. But that's my newest baby for 2022. And Girls Talk is my long-term baby, which that is a women's retreat that I offer to women. I started that back in 2019, and due to COVID, we've missed 2 years. And I've had women like, excuse me, what's going on? Are you coming back? And honestly, this year, I didn't think I was because of the beginning of my year. It was so crazy. but God,
God.
know, he spoke a word. He said, you're ready. And I'm thinking, what? Like, I'm a planner, so I want to do things the right way. But he told me, yeah, I'm only going to give you this amount of time because you're going to know when it's done that it was me. So 2022, April 29th through May 1st, it's a Friday through Sunday. We are meeting up at New Life Ranch. And New Life is just that. When you walk onto the premises, you will feel the presence of God. There's no judgment zone. We all come as we are. We love on each other. We may walk in as strangers, but when we leave, we're sisters. And it's amazing. And I'm not just saying that because it's my event, it's God's event. And he shows up and he shows out. So you don't want to miss that. There's only 50 spots available. Once they're sold out, you have to get on the waiting list for the following year. But that too is truly a passion of mine, because that too was birthed out of my friend's death, who died from the heart attack. I'm telling you, she birthed a whole lot of stuff. And my sister took me to New Life Ranch the year she passed away, because I was in a dark place. And there was a group of ladies I had never met in my life. They came, they loved on me, they encouraged me. And I remember speaking, one day I'll come back here and I'll do the same thing. And 5 years later, that's all I can say. 5 years later, I was there doing exactly what I said I would do. And I promised myself that I am going to encourage as many women as I can, as many women as I can until my last breath, because it's something we need. We can see, like she said, we can put on our pearls, we can put on our hats and make things look so good, but on the inside, we're screaming and asking for help. And that's just a gift that God has given me. Honestly, I'm an introvert. I don't care for people, but that's how you know it's God, because I show up and I do what he tells me to do. And so if you are interested, our site is www.girlstalk, it's GIRLZ talk.us, because it's all about us. So definitely check out the page. If you want to be a vendor, we have options for that. We'd love to have you. And like I said, we also have a scholarship available for women if they're having some, a time being able to afford it. I don't want a woman to miss it because she can't afford it. So we have individuals who will sponsor, they donate so that that woman can get there. So we would definitely love to have you there. That is like one of my biggest events, but yet it's near and dear to my heart.
Right. I love it. And what a wonderful thing that for the month of December, when one of you wonderful viewers out there go to Test Inc store and .com and you purchase your t-shirt, $1 will go to the scholarship fund to ensure that there's a woman at that Girls Talk retreat. So again, you get to empower another woman. You get to empower another person who may need you. And it's all through your supporting Testimonial Inc. So what a great cause. What a great business. You are a phenomenal CEO, Tanisha. I am so proud of you. I am so humbled and blessed that you've locked arms with PWEN, but more so that, you're my sister, that I can call on you, and that we can support one another. And your friendship, your sisterhood, or phenomhood, as I say, means so much to me, even personally. So I appreciate you and thank you for supporting PWEN and locking arms so that we can do what we can do as well. Look, locally, nationally, and globally. So that part right there. So we love that, and we're gonna have to get some of the Testimonial Inc shirts over in one of our newest chapters. I'm so excited. I keep leaking it, but come on, Jamaica, come on. Hear an announcement around that, and we're gonna have to get some of those shirts over in Jamaica as well.
Absolutely.
Look, it's my vision to have our products all around the world. Okay.
Absolutely.
I would love to see somebody.
I agree.
in Africa wearing one of your t-shirts, see somebody in Jamaica wearing one of your t-shirts, see somebody over in London. It's like, come on now.
Yes.
Come on,
Yes.
it's global. You got to think outside that box.
That's right. Think big.
So we absolutely love it. So once again, the website is testinkstore.com.
Mm-hmm.
Go on there, purchase your shirt. Do it this month. Purchase a couple. Purchase one for you and purchase a couple to give away as gifts this month. And then the wow factor is available, and we'll drop that in the link so that you'll see in the comments. We'll drop the link to that in the comments. And then Girls Talk, that's also available as well. Tanisha is in Tulsa, Oklahoma, but her businesses are, like I just said, worldwide, so she's global.
Yes, yes.
We like that. We like that part. Any final words that you want to leave us with, Tanisha, as we wrap up our time together on this interview?
I just want to say to whomever's watching, whether it's live or on the rebroadcast, that, sometimes we go into the month of December and some of us get down and out about life and circumstances or things that we've encountered. I just encourage you to keep your head up. It'll pass. It may not be easy, but it'll pass. And just remember who you are, because I guarantee you it's not the first time you fell down or got into a dark place, but just know that you'll come out of it. And the more that you encourage others, you'll be encouraged. The more that you reach out and help others, the help will come to you. So don't sit in a dark place. Find your people, find your circle who you can depend on to continue to push you when you can't push yourself. Us as women, we get so down about ourselves or what we can't accomplish, and we go into a funk or we get in a dark place. But we want to be sisters one to another and want to pull each other up. So I encourage you, if you are in a dark space, find that person that you can trust, absolutely, and grab a hold and let them know that you're not okay. It's okay to not be okay. Blessings and happy holidays to everyone. And thank you to those who are watching, as well as those who will make a purchase. Bless you and thank you so very much.
What a word. I don't even want to come behind that. You just said a mouthful. You just preached in 60 seconds type of thing. So I don't even want to come behind that. But you all go check out Testimonial Inc. Let's blow up this business in December. We appreciate you all. We love you all. Tanisha, I wish you the absolute best, all that God has for you. Thank you for allowing PWEN to spotlight your business. We pray that this month is the most successful month of 2021 and that it's a shadow, a preview of what's to come in 2022. Amen. Blessings, my sister. Love you
and
so much.
Thank you. And thank PWEN. I'm telling you, PWEN is pulling some stuff out of me. Do you hear me?
That's what we want to do. But I love you dearly. Anyone who's coming on, I see people coming on. Make sure you go back and watch the interview from the beginning. Tanisha done dropped some nuggets. You want to capture all of those, and we're gonna upload it to YouTube, so it'll be out on YouTube as well. And everyone continue to have a fabulous week this week, and do the work. Do what God has called you to do this week. Go and be amazingly great. And we will be talking to you all soon. Blessings, Tanisha.